Here we are at the Richmond International Raceway for the running of the last race to make the Chase 400. After tonight, we will know the 12 drivers that will fight in 12 races for the Gatorade Cup Series Season number 5 championship. So let's take a look at our starting lineup. Let's see the scenarios for a lot of these drivers. Alex Stewart on the pole for this race. He needs to get his first win of the season in order to lock himself into the chase. Alexander Rowe to the outside is already locked in, being second in points. Joe Jefferson third has 2 wins this season. He's not in the top 20 in points to use those 2 wins. He needs to finish 11 points better than some of the guys in front of him. Starting third, a great way to do that. Patrick Smith in fourth has a wild card right now. Running out the top 5, Francis Dustin. One of your drivers in the top 10 in points, he needs to finish 26th or higher to get in. William Seaman in 6th. Kevin Band in 7th is locked in because he has 3 wins, so if he fell out of the top 10 points, he would still have a wild card. In 8th, you have DJ Reed. 9th, Evan Hunter. He has a win in the top 20. He's trying to get up into the wild card spot. He's very close. And running out the top 10, you got Josh Schmido. Behind them, you got Carter Friesen. He needs to win and a lot to go right. He's down in the 30s in points, so a lot needs to go right for him. And Eli Bright to his inside, also still in it, but very, very marginal there. Tim Gary in the 16 is the best out of the drivers not locked in. He has to finish 40th or better. So as long as he doesn't finish 41st or 42nd, he will be in no matter what. Jeff Bright to his inside also has a good chance of making it. He has to finish 33rd or better. TJ Henley behind him is already locked in because of his all-star win. And Andrew Miller needs his first win this season to get in. Same with Alex Stewart. Code Luigi behind him, your points leader. He has over a race on the points lead, so he probably has over 3 races on 10th in points. Isaac Nichols to his inside. Then you got Jason Smith Jr. and Julius Anderson. Max Anderson, John West has a wild card along with, as we mentioned, Patrick Smith, so they're trying to keep that position. Trey Ray needs to win and have a lot go right for him, and then you got Brandon Thorpe to his inside. Wyatt Walker and then Derek Bouchard, one last race at Darlington. He needs another victory, so he needs to go 2 in a row in this season. He has to get his second win of the season to get himself into the chase. That is a lot of pressure for that team. Behind him, we got Luke Rainey. He needs a lot to go right as well. Tim Ranoff to his outside. Then they got Cynthia Bright and Jade Jefferson, Adam Lewis in the 22, and they got Michael Canto. Braden Neston, last season's champion, Michael Gregory. He needs to win tonight. It would be his first win of the season. He has to win to get into the chase. A lot of pressure for last season's champion. Jonathan Beeford to his outside has a win trying to get into the wildcard spot. Same with Justin Ethan in the 9 to his inside. They got Riley Spraywood in the 47. He has a win. He can point his way into the top 10, but it would be a lot better if he could get that wild card. So another win here tonight or the wild card spot for him. Levi Shuns to his outside is in the chase right now. He's 9th in points, but he has to finish 7th or higher. Same boat as the 83 of Max Anderson. So a lot needs to go right for him. They got Avi Hernandez, Marcus Sachi, Case Smino, and then starting in the 42nd position, Keegan Thompson has a win. I believe he's 14th in points. He's just outside of a wild card spot, so he needs a great run here tonight or another victory to get himself into that spot. A lot has to go right for a lot of drivers here tonight. Only 12 are going to leave happy. Let's now go down track side to hear the starting command. Who's that pulling low? That's the 6 of Brandon Thorpe. He's in the chase right now. If it were to start, he has to finish 30th or better, so a lot can go wrong there. Pace car in 60 left around Richmond. Last race to make chase 400 is green. Joe Jefferson wasting no time to get to the race lead as he clears Alex Stewart off of turn 4. He cleared himself, almost wrecked himself off 13. Jefferson leads lap 1. That's big for him. 5 bonus points to get those 11 points. So Brandon Thorpe can get back out on track without much issue there. He did start the race. He did cross the line, so he started the race. He's going to get scored. Francis Dustin now taking the race lead. He has to finish 26th or better, so a lot can go wrong for him, but a lot can go right. If he leads this lap, that's 5 bonus points. Yeah, and these numbers are assuming that you get the least amount of points. These numbers are assuming that you don't lead a lap and that the driver who wins leads the most laps. So these are just theoretical situations. Kevin Banner going to take the race. He's looking for his 4th win of the season. Trying to get into the chase with a lot of momentum. Eli Bright coming behind him. Bright barely has a chance to make it in. So he's just going out there for wins. He's going to clear Kevin Banner easily down the backstretch into turn 3. Yeah, but he slides up the track. Kevin Bannon going to be looking back to the inside. Joe Jefferson coming for that 2nd position. he's trying to get back to the race lead. TJ Henley behind him is locked in because of his all-star win, but it'd be great if he could get his first points win of the season. You know how big that would be. Oh, hard to the wall goes Evan Hunter and Alexander Rowe. Some others pile in. Is that John West there? Brady Werner, Jonathan Buford have also piled in. Brandon Tharp needs to be cautious here. Joe Jefferson led the field back. TJ Hanley in second. I don't believe. Did they wreck? Oh, it's getting close back there. I don't believe they wreck coming back. So heavy damage to Evan Hunter in the 11 car. Alexander Rowe was locked in. He was second in points, so nothing really could go wrong for him. But Hunter trying to make it in a wildcard spot, and look at the damage to that number 11 car. Possibly even more if he doesn't slow down here. So let's see what happened. So they're 3 wide entering turn 1. You can see the 11 of Evan Hunter, and then there's the 7 of Alexander Rowe. It looks like Rowe drives it in hard. Alex Stewart down low. Rowe got tight one up the track, and Evan Hunter's there, and they hit hard into that wall. Alexander Rowe, his day's definitely going to be done. Evan Hunter, he didn't have that much damage, but then here comes some of the field in, like John West. Brady Werness is really going to get the 11, his most damage right there, is when the 10 of Werness comes flying in. John West, I think, was able to get on the brakes and stop. Same with Jonathan Buford. That's big for them. John West had the wildcard spot coming into this race. Buford is just outside. So if they were to be involved in the wrecks, that would take probably both of them out of those spots. And same with Evan Hunter. So it would leave a door wide open for a lot of these drivers. Look at some of them going through on the bottom. Just Levi Schoens, Riley Spurley, just trying to get away from that. Let's go on board with Evan Hunter in the 11 car. A ton of damage to one of your wildcard contenders. And as you saw, Hunter never changed his lane, so the 7 definitely came up into him. Joe Jefferson led the field back to the stripe. They will, of course, come down pit road. One car did stay out. I don't know if that's the lap car or if that's a lead lap car. We'll have to get an update on that. It looks like it's the 27 of Francis Session who's on the lead lap, so I believe he's your only lead lap car to actually stay out. Oh, maybe so. Who's that? Is that the 6, I think? Yeah, the 6 is a lap car, so that's why he stayed out. Hanley with some strategy. Getting out front. Some taking 2, some taking no tires. Joe Jefferson going to take 4. Be safe right here. Gets out and away. Look at all the drivers taking fuel only or 2 tires. Some of them trying to play it safe and just take 4. So, off pit road front, you have TJ Hanley. However, Francis Session stays out on track. He'll lead the field back to the green flag. 50 to go and get to the green flag. Francis Tustin, your race leader. Alexander Rowe out of the race. Luckily, he's already locked in, so nothing to worry about there. Brandon Tharp is inside a lap down. He really wants to get this lap back and hope for a quick yellow. And Kevin Band, last car in the lead lap in 40. Up front, you have Francis Tustin in the 27. Second is TJ Henley, first off pit road. Third, Alex Stewart. Fourth, Car Freeze. And fifth, Patrick Smith. First off pit with 4 tires, Joe Jefferson in the 8th position. So let's see how those tires work for him. Look at the damage to that A3. What happened there, and how did he get out in 6th? Green flag back in the air for Francis Tustin. We're back racing. How does Max Harrison go? Remember, he has to finish 7th or higher to get in the chase. He's right now 10th in the chase bubble. It's going all right. Oh, Dustin with a problem. Francis Dustin, another one of your drivers trying to get into the top 10. Problems. Oh, he gets Andrew Miller, his teammate, and around they go. Evan Hunter just slammed into the 27 as well. Brandon Tharp gets his lap back. That is exactly what he needs as the yellow comes out. Big, big chase implications right here. Hanley leads us back. But what happened to Francis Dustin in the 27? Did he possibly blow a tire? Let's see what happened. Coming down into turn number 1. Watch the 27 car right here. Right there. It almost looks like a tire did go soft or something. Look at how he's shaking the car. And then I think he thought he could try and get down a little bit lower, but Andrew Miller's teammate was there. And here comes Evan Hunter, nails the 27, and Javier Hernandez gets some damage as well. Riley Spurley to possibly with some damage. Let's go on board with Francis Dustin. Remember, he had to, if he would have pitted there, he would have been fine. He had to finish 26 or higher. Now he's probably not even going to finish the race. And that has possibly just taken both of the RCR cars out of contention and how this is going to leave the door wide open for a lot of drivers. So Hanley leads the field back. If they pit, I would be shocked. Yes, no one coming down pit road. So TJ Hanley with the race lead. Brandon Tharp with a big break to get back on the lead lap. He's back in contention for the chase. So Hanley in the third car leads back to the green flag. Come back around lap number 17. TJ Hanley with the race lead. Evan Hunter, Francis Dustin are out on track, but they're a lap down. Ton of damage. Marcus Sachi with the camshafted 2 finishing 41st here today. His chase hopes are done, but that means the 68 Tim Gary is in the chase no matter what. So Tim Gary's just locked up a spot because of that. 38 cars on the lead lap. TJ Hanley in the 30 out front. In second, you have Alex Stewart. Carter Friesen in third. Patrick Smith fourth. And Jay Jefferson rounding out the top 5 as we come down the front straightaway. Green flag back in the air. We're back racing. Hanley steps on the gas trying to get clear of Evan Hunter before they get to turn 1. Looks like he's going to be able to do that easily. Same with Alex Stewart there in the 13. Carter Friesen trying to do the same, but those cars on the inside getting a big run. TJ Hanley slides up the track. He's going to slot into the second position as Alex Stewart gets back to the race lead. They're 3 wide now with the lap cars. Caution back out. Who's involved now? Possibly Andrew Miller as he's off pace. Let's see what happened. Very bizarre incident right here. They just took the restart. Riley Sprague drives off into the corner. They brake check up top, and Sprague dumps Andrew Miller up into the wall. And look at Brandon Tharp just making it by. It does get some damage to that right side, but that could have been a race-ending crash for that 6 team. Hopefully they can get that damage repaired and get right back out. So Alex Stewart, the one to lead the field back to the stripe, and they will stay out. Obviously, we have not had many green flag laps on these tires. So the 13 car release back to the green flag. Some big news as we come back to the green flag. Alex Stewart is out front as we restart lap number 23. But how this is going to impact the chase picture. Kevin Band, the 18 with a tire issue. This could drop him below 10th place in points, which would get him a wild card spot. Could you believe it? If that happened, that would shake up the wild card picture dramatically, especially if someone trying to get their first win of the season, they won't be able to use it, especially if Joe Jefferson gets into the top 20 in points. So Alex Stewart out front for this restart. TJ Hanley in second, Carter Friesen in third, fourth Joe Jefferson, and fifth is Patrick Smith. As we come to the restart, green flag back in the air. We're back racing. TJ Hanley spun the tires there. Alex Stewart gets away. Francis Dustin second in line, but he's not second on the track. Evan Hunter falling back. So now, if you only have 1 win and you're thinking you're going to get a wild card, you have to think that you have to get a second win this season to get a wild card. Dustin up into Alex Stewart trying to keep his lap. Hanley does get to the inside. Carter Friesen trying to follow his way to get a second win of the season as Hanley clears for the race lead. This would only be wilder if Hanley were to somehow fall outside the top 10 points, because then he would take up a wildcard spot, and that would just be both wildcard spots taken up. So this could be huge for some of these drivers. Look at Joe Jefferson trying to get everything he can. Remember, he took those 4 tires. Come up to the front, sideways underneath that number 30 car. As Carter Friesen gets to the race lead, number 99. Oh, he's come down pit road, though. Sliding it onto pit road. It's like he didn't wreck coming onto pit road. So that hands the lead back over to Alex Stewart. Caution has come out. Evan Hunter, once again, his 3rd wreck of the night. Who else is in the grass? 21 DJ Reed is also in the grass. He has just hit the inside wall. So caution comes out. Alex Stewart will lead the leaders back to the caution flag. Evan Hunter has just derailed his chase chances right here at Richmond. Let's see what happened. 4 wide in 3 and 4, and just tonight was not Hunter's night as they go through 3 and 4. Alan Lewis pushed up into Tim Ranoff. Evan Hunter trying to keep it out of the wall. He gets dumped into the wall. Case Samita also hit the wall pretty hard. Sadly, Samito not in a position to make the race. Look at DJ Reed with all that damage. Cars take to the grass to try and avoid, and a lot of drivers back here needing good runs. My oh my, this chase has just been turned upside down with all of these different wrecks that we've had. Hunter into the wall hard. Look at all these cars taking to the grass to avoid it. I don't believe anyone else got any damage besides DJ Reed. And does this help Carter Friesen stay on the lead lap is the question. So Alex Stewart led the field back over TJ Hanley. He stays out. I believe Hanley has come down pit road. Hanley has come down pit road. I don't know if anyone else has. Yes, so some pit strategy here are these guys. Luke Rainey going to leave with the race, or leave in front. They will, of course, have to stop and let these drivers go. They have to go tailing along this line because they pitted. So Luke Rainey off pit road in front with TJ Hanley. These guys, remember, up towards the front. They're playing some strategy because why not? Luke Rainey needs a win, so he can't do what the leader's doing. Hanley's locked in. Nichols needs a win. So a lot of these drivers that need wins are locked in. They're just taking these chances in case maybe the race goes green. They can make it from here. So Alex Stewart stays out with the race lead, and Hilly is back to the green flag. Restart past halfway here at Richmond, lap number 32. Because of that crash, Evan Hunter, his chase chances are now officially over, and DJ Reed are out. Andrew Miller lap down along with Carter Friesen and Francis Dustin. So we have 34 cars on the lead lap now. Alex Stewart is the one out front. In second, you have Joe Jefferson. Third is Jeff Bright. Fourth, Keegan Thompson. Fifth, Derek Bouchard. Then Cole Luigi in sixth. John West seventh. Jay Jefferson eighth. Michael Gregory ninth. And Tim Gary 10th. First car period, Luke Rainey is set to restart in the 17th position. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Green flag is back out for Alex Stewart. We're back racing. Look at Dustin to the inside trying to get that lap back. You know, Dustin definitely wants to get that lap back because he has to finish top 26. Which was looking like it was going to be easy, but now no one knows. Joe Jefferson trying to get to that race. He's looking for his third win of the season. To the inside, Dustin. He's going to get by, or to the inside of Stewart, excuse me. They're three wide behind bouncing off each other. Keegan Thompson, John Westford bounce off each other as Joe Jefferson takes the race lead on lap number 33. Francis Dustin way up the track. Last time he was up the track that high, he had some sort of tire issue. Jefferson buries it down to the bottom, puts Dustin back a lap down. Where has your points leader, Code Luigi, come from? He's locked in. He was basically locked in after Bristol. Here he is now up to the second position. He could battle for his fourth win of the season. Andrew Miller up the track gives up his lap. Carter Friesen trying to keep it on the lead lap. But he has Joe Jefferson to his inside to hit 3. Friesen doing everything he can, but I don't think it's going to help. He needs a caution immediately, and he's not going to get that. Joe Jefferson's going to get to his inside and lap him. And here's the battle for second. John West has one of the wild card spots, but a second win this season will not hurt him because Kevin Bannon has fallen out. Joe Jefferson up there leading. I think you need 2 or more wins now to get into the wild card spot, unless Joe Jefferson has some sort of issue. Well, from what it looks like, Joe Jefferson is out there and he's painting that yellow line around the bottom of the racetrack and pulling away from that battle for second. And once these guys clear up traffic, though, they might be able to get up there and try and battle with that 39 car. But how funny is it? The drivers that need good runs here tonight, and they have showed and capitalized. Joe Jefferson right now leading as the caution has come out for a wreck on the backstretch involving Max Anderson. He was in the top 10 and Brady Wormnest. So they did take the caution flag, but one of the drivers in the top 10 in points, Max Anderson, with some more issues. Let's check out what happened. Towards the back of the pack, off of turn number 2, Brady Wormnest gets a little high into Josh Samito. Oh, Julius Harrison actually clips Samito down into that 10 car, and Brady Wormnest is sitting sideways on the track for so long, and Max Harrison just comes along and ARCA breaks him. Nothing that Wormnest did wrong there, and everything Max Harrison did wrong. He had that damage before, so he's off pace. He's way back in the back of the pack. Look, he's just coming to the screen now. He's like a straightaway back, and he just nails into the 10 like he didn't even know they were there. So that's going to take Max Harrison probably out of this chase and probably out of a championship contention. So Joe Jefferson led them back to the stripe. He's staying out. Keegan Thompson and some others are hitting pit road, possibly trying to make their cars as good as they can. Jeff Bright has hit pit road. He won the Target race yesterday to get himself his 3rd win in the Target Series this season. To try and get himself into the chase, he's practically locked in. He has to finish 33rd or higher here tonight. Looks like he's going to be able to do that easily, as he's leaving pit road behind the 22 car. Michael Canto also wanted to come down pit road. Keegan Thompson, I'm surprised he came down. William Seaman, Luke Rainey, I don't know why he came down. Remember, he was on pit road last time. So Joe Jefferson out front, trying to hold on and win. It's going to be a restart with under 20 to go here at Richmond. Restart with 19 to go here at Richmond. Joe Jefferson out front. Max Anderson, Brady Wormnest out because of that, and Jason Smith Jr. also out. So all those guys' chase chances are practically over. 34 cars left in the race, 31 on the lead lap, so this is all but Jeff Bright locked into the chase now. So Joe Jefferson out front trying to hold on and win. John West in second trying to win. Third, Alex Stewart. Fourth, Jay Jefferson running out the top 5. You have the 29 Michael Gregory as they come down the front straightaway. Green flag back in the air. We're back racing. Something we noticed under that caution, how about the recovery for Brandon Tharp? He got a quick yellow, which was lucky for him. He's now in the 7th position. Remember, we said he had to finish 30. We thought he wasn't even going to be able to do that. Now here he is up inside the top 10. Joe Jefferson's caught on the outside of some lappers, trying to get their laps back. To the inside will come Alex Stewart in the 13 car. It's going to be challenging with Joe Jefferson here in a second as they go through 1 and 2. Gregory, coming last season's champion, needs this victory. 3 wires and lappers. Car freezes into the wall with Francis Dustin. Caution will come out. Luke Rainey has spun around. Some cars in the grass trying to hold on. But the yellow has come out. And Francis Dustin with a ton of damage along with the 99. This will bring out the caution. It's going to be a restart with about 10 laps to go here at Richmond. Let's see what happened to your 2 lappers, Carter Friesen and Francis Dustin. Racing off into the corner ahead of your leaders, trying to get back on the lead lap, and Carter Friesen overdrives the corner up into Francis Dustin. They both go hard into the wall. That should be both of them out of this race, if not Friesen, definitely. Francis Dustin will be close. Look at those guys stacking up right there. Coluigi and Jay Jefferson, and Brandon Tharp gets on the brakes, trying to avoid that. And look at all these guys trying to take evasive maneuvers to get by. Luke Rainey does spin out in the process, but he doesn't really lose many positions as Carter Friesen takes a hard hit into that outside wall. Let's look at this in real time. And Francis Dustin, remember, we said he had to finish 26th or better. Well, right now he's 32nd. He keeps losing positions. He keeps getting more damage. This could be really, really bad for his chase chances. But once again, the A3 having some issues could keep him into that top 10. But look at how slow he was getting back up to speed. So back in front, you had Alex Stewart in the 13 car. Does anyone come down pit road this time? Yes, a few do. Is that, I believe the 27 is on pit road, which is not a shocker. The A7 of John West has pulled down pit road. Interesting there. I believe those are the only 2 to have come down pit road. So I don't know why John West would. Possibly thinks they didn't have enough fuel. So Alex Stewart trying to lead field back to the green flag and trying to get some sort of clutch victory to get himself into the chase. 12 laps to go here at Richmond as we get to the green flag. Because of that crash, Carter Friesen and Francis Dustin needing some big luck on his side now as he's 33rd out of the race. He had to finish top 26. It's going to be interesting to see if he can do it. 32 cars left on the lead lap. Alex Stewart out front. Michael Gregory in second. Those two looking for some miracles. Joe Jefferson also looking for a miracle in third. Fourth, Jay Jefferson. Fifth, his teammate Coluigi. They got Eli Bright, Brandon Tharp, Case Mayo, Levi Shones, and Derek Bouchard. Where Shones come from, he has finished top 7 to lock himself into the chase. Great flag back in the air. We're back racing. Alex Stewart on the gas. Michael Gregory with a good restart as well. Yeah, Gregory can look to the inside here in 1 and 2. You got a good run off the corner. Side by side down the back straightaway. Battle back there for 6th. The front 5 have pulled away. Sliding up goes Gregory. Up into Alex Stewart. Casey Mills come down pit road. Joe Jefferson takes the race lead at the stripe with now 11 laps to go. It's a 5-horse race at the front for the moment. Brandon Tharp has now joined the battle. Eli Bright trying to get up there. Levi Shones is 8th. He's 1 spot out of lock himself in. Gregory pushed up the track by Jay Jefferson. Now to Jefferson. 1-2 at the front. 10 to go. Joe Jefferson got a win in the Daytona 500. Kept himself atop the points list. Rockingham got a lucky victory where he stayed out long enough with a destroyed race car. Was 7/8 a lap ahead of the field with a 1 lap to go restart. Now here he's leading this race, needing to win it. The caution has come out, and now the Rocket coming back to the line. 9 to go, yellow out. Jeff Bright's in a crash. Isaac Nichols is upside down. The Rocket coming back. Javier Hernandez is backwards in the track. Jeff Bright, Derek Bouchard. He needed a win here tonight, and it's not going to happen for him. And a lot of drivers lucky to avoid that. Cynthia Bright with damage in the 11th position. And a late race restart now. How about this? First, let's see what happened to Hendrick Motorsports teammates Jeff Bright and Isaac Nichols as they're both involved in a crash. Bright, luckily, is locked in. Well, how about this? This wreck involved 3 of the 4 Hendrick Motorsports cars. Isaac Nichols right here in the 48. Get turned right here by Tim Randolph. Randolph goes down to Tim Gary and then gets Nichols once he goes back up. Cynthia Bright trying to avoid it, just nails the 48 hard. TJ Hanley gets on the binders and somehow missed that 48 car. We'll have to go on board with him. Wyatt Walker gets some damage there, but Jeff Bright comes in here on the high side thinking that Nichols is going to go low, and it flips his teammate up and over. But then they weren't done wrecking yet. They wrecked coming back to the line. I believe Javier Hernandez was one of the first to go into the wall, along with Derek Bouchard. But let's look at this in real time. We'll go on board with Hanley very quickly, and then we'll go see what happened ahead with Hernandez and I believe Derek Bouchard. See, they're right ahead of the wreck, so they had missed it. Look at Hanley. Wow, it's very close there. Oh, it's a hard hit, too, with Nichols and Jeff Bright. So first, let's go on board TJ Hanley, and then we'll go see what happened to these guys as they crashed, coming back to the caution flag. They're trying to get everything they could. Let's go on board with Hanley. Wow, that's some good driving and some good luck right there. Then coming back to take the caution, Javier Hernandez and Derek Bouchard. Hernandez overdrives 3 and 4 trying to get that spot up into Derek Bouchard. Tim Gary able to miss it. And then Hernandez sent sideways on the track, gets Michael Canto. Here comes Jonathan Buford in. Buford needed a good run to get into that wildcard spot. A lot happening here at Richmond. The chase picture might have been pretty much made right there. So Joe Jefferson led the field back. They, of course, stay out. It's going to be a restart with under 5 to go here at Richmond. 4 to go, restart here at Richmond. As we look at the cars up because of that, a lot of retirees. We have Javier Hernandez, Isaac Nichols, Jeff Bright. Luckily, Bright finishes top 30. He had to finish top 33. Michael Canto and Derek Bouchard, who needed to win. He's not going to make the chase. So, 27 cars left in the race, 25 on the lead lap. Out front, you have Joe Jefferson looking for his 3rd win of the season. That would get him into the chase. Jay Jefferson in 2nd. 3rd, Alex Stewart. 4th, Coluigi. 5th, Brandon Tharp. He has locked himself a chase spot. Then Michael Gregory in 6th. 7th, Eli Bright. Levi Shulms needed that spot from Bright in 8th. 9th, Tim Ranoff. Tim Gary in the top 10. As we get back to the restart zone, Joe Jefferson leading. Final restart of the night at Richmond. Who makes the chase? Green flag is back out. Joe Jefferson with an amazing jump over his brother Jay. But can Jay Jefferson get a run through 1 and 2? It's been a bad season for that one team. Not the season they were wanting. And how would a win at Richmond just be bittersweet for him? Coming to the stripe, 3 to go this time. Joe Jefferson with a pretty good lead. But Alex Stewart and Coluigi are charging here. And something Joe Jefferson has to look at. Even if he doesn't win this race, he's possibly still going to get into the top 20 in points. Just look at that and take what you can get here. As they're coming to 2 laps to go, Joe Jefferson has a lead. Remember, he put on those 4 fresh tires. Isn't working for him. The caution has come out. That's going to end the race. As Tim Gary, Josh D'Amito have wrecked in 3 and 4, and that's going to end the race. Joe Jefferson will go to victory lane for the 3rd time this season. He's going to get into the chase. Well, most likely getting into the chase. We believe he is going to. So let's see what happened. Caution here to end the race. Look at this as they enter 3 and 4. Tim Gary drives off into the corner, up into Eli, and gets Levi Shulms. Look at the damage to that 14 car. He just has to finish the race, though I believe he would be in, and then trying to avoid Josh D'Amito spins out. But my, oh my, Shulms just has to hold on here. So Joe Jefferson going to take the white flag right there. He's on the last lap of this race. He just has to finish it off, and he should be in the chase with 3 wins. Brandon Tharp going to finish 4th. He's going to get in. Tim Gary and Jeff Bray is also in. But the question is, who will get the final few spots? Does Kevin Band fall outside the top 10? Big storylines here. Now, Bandon might not fall down because remember, the 27 and 83 had some poor finishes. If Bandon stays in the top 10, the wildcard spot will still be open. So as they come down the front straightaway, checkered flag for Joe Jefferson, 3rd win of the season to get himself in the chase, wins it at Richmond. Jay Jefferson in 2nd, and the rest of the field coming across. Let's take a look at our finishing results and see who's in the chase. Here are the finishing results from the last race to make the chase 400 at Richmond. There were 8 caution flags for 37 laps and 13 lead changes among 7 different drivers. Joe Jefferson leading the most laps. He definitely had the best car, and those 4 tires definitely helped him. He led 26 of 60 laps to get to victory lane. Jay Jefferson ends up 2nd. Alex Stewart started on pole, and he led 19 laps he needed to win. Just couldn't get it done. He ends up 3rd. Brandon Tharp in 4th, and Michael Gregory in 5th. They had Tim Randolph in 6th, Trey Rainey in 7th, Riley Sprague-Tube 8th, 9th, TJ Hanley, and rang out the top 10, Levi Shulms. So there's your top 20. You can see Patrick Smith in 11th. That's a great run for him along with John West. So the chase is coming down to this. Who makes it, who doesn't. It's going to be exciting to see who does it. There's some suspense waiting, isn't it? 25 cars finished on the lead lap, and 27 finished the race running a wild race here at Richmond to get into the chase, and a lot happened to a lot of drivers. So now let's go look at the point standings and who made the chase. So as we enter the final 12 races, your chasers are Coluigi, Brandon Tharp, Tim Gary, TJ Hanley, Jeff Bright, Alexander Rowe, Levi Shulms, Francis Dustin, John West, Patrick Smith in the top 10. Kevin Band falls 14 points out of the top 10. He's one of your wild cards, along with Joe Jefferson, the 39, who got in by 6 points. 6 points is what allowed Joe Jefferson to get into the chase because down in 21st, Evan Hunter. So if Hunter did not have that bad of a race, if he were to, say, finish just 6 points better, my oh my. Actually, it's by 30-some points, actually. I misread that. I always misread that. Yeah, it was by 30-some points, so it actually wasn't as close, but it was still pretty close. If Hunter did not have his misfortunes, it would have been a lot closer. So how about that? Your chase field is set. Francis Dustin, with his misfortunes, he keeps it in, even though with his misfortunes, but you have to feel for Max Anderson, who came into the day 10th in points, but with his big breaks there, ends up 13th, and the points will not advance. You have to also feel for Riley Spriotube, who missed out by 18 points. He really couldn't do anything more. He finished 9th in the race. Just some misfortunes there. Even if Bandon stayed in the top 10 points, Patrick Smith would have definitely had one of the wildcard spots. So a lot happened there, and that is your chase field. You can see just outside of the top 20, Evan Hunter with his disappointing day, Derek Bouchard with a disappointing day, Jason Cirillo Jr. down here, remember. Trey Rainey moves up some positions and points. Some of these drivers down here just moving up positions and points, but didn't matter for them. They need a lot to go right for a lot of those drivers down there. So, the first race of the chase will be the Pennsylvania 400 at Pocono. See you guys then.